have to reopen it every time. That's weird. Alright, this is Instalock LOL with the top 5 AD carries in Season 6. So, we're going to start off right at number 5 with Twitch. So Twitch, very good AD carry. He's kind of the only one that's also an assassin, which is a very nice thing to have. Lets you gank better than pretty much any other AD carry. So we're going to go through his abilities. Deadly Venom, just kind of part of his kit, helps out Contaminate. That's really about it. Gives you some more damage. Q is the ability that makes you an assassin, because it gives you invisibility, gives you movement speed to gank during it. Can also be used as an escape, and can do some neat things with the invis, like recall while you're invisible and stuff. Besides that, it also gives you attack speed, which is important on AD carry, and also synergizes well with his rat-tat-tat-tat. I said that right, but we'll save that for later. Moving on to NS Cast, good slowing ability. Again, good for the assassin part of his kit. Also puts 2 points of deadly venom. I think it's 2. It might only be 1. I'm not sure. And then which lets Contaminate do more damage. Okay, on to Contaminate. Burst ability, very strong. Nothing too exciting here. The nice thing is it also synergizes with rat-a-tat-tat-tat, so you can hit multiple targets and contaminate them all. Very good stuff. Finally, on rat-a-tat-tat-tat. It's the thing that makes Twitch right now. It's the thing that makes him good in team fights. That's the thing with pretty much all these AD carries that are good right now. They are very strong in team fights. That's kind of what they excel at, rather than being on their own, split pushing or something. So yeah, so you hit multiple targets, as seen in this photo by Riot here, and you do lots of damage. Only downfall of Twitch, of course, is I'd say laning phase if you're kind of new to Twitch, because he's squishy. He doesn't really have his invis is kind of an escape, but it's if you don't have a good bot laner, then it's kind of hard if you're facing a good bot lane, because they can really pressure you. But other than that, he's pretty safe. He's good in team fights. That's what he excels at, and he can gank other lanes to help him out too. So he's all around very useful. It's hard to just straight lose with him, because he has a lot of things that can get you back into a game if you're losing. So there you go. Moving on, we have number 4. I'm going to put you here, Ashe. So Ashe is very good AD carry. She's been around since the beginning of the game, except she has had a rework, and that rework has included Ranger's Focus, which lets her do a lot of damage before she, I don't know what she had in her Q. Oh, it was her slow, so she used to have Frost Shot on her Ranger's Focus. Yeah, so now it's just a damage ability, which is really pretty strong. Not too shabby. Volley is really good poke, and then in laning it can help you zone your enemy. It's probably your best ability in lane. That's good, but the Rin Hawk Shot is the next ability. Pretty much lets you scout the map, lets you know what the enemy team's doing. It can be useful for helping your team understand the situation. If you think they're doing Dragon, you Hawkshot it. If you think they're doing Baron, you Hawkshot it, and then your team will know. But finally, her ult is the reason why Ashe is good. It's probably the best engage that an AD carry has. And it could be useful in lane. It could be useful in the later in the game, but to engage a fight. Of course, she is. I think it's the strongest engage an AD carry has. I've already said. There's other ones on this list that I'll go over later, but for now, this is probably the best one, and that's why she's so strong. And she can have generally a safe laning phase. Her weakness is, of course, that she doesn't have escape. But with her slow is kind of an escape. Like not an escape, but it can deter them, and if you kite them properly, it's good. And volley's pretty good at that too. So that's it. We'll move on to number 3. I will put you here, although I disagree strongly. Graves. Graves has a crazy win rate, even though he's not really an AD carry right now. He's kind of a jungler. He's still really strong. He just does lots of damage if you know what you're doing on him. Smokescreen is a fairly strong ability to, turn a fight in your favor. New Destiny, it's just kind of this weird shell system. Nothing too exciting there. Yeah, so he with End of Line, if you hit a wall, it just does so much damage. Lots of burst. He just bursts like crazy with his Q and his R. So he just does so much damage, and he does have an escape. So he has the utility, he has damage, so he has a lot of things. The only thing is he can't like auto attack all the time like other AD carries, so he has that as a downside. But other than that, he's really strong. He's the highest win rate out of any AD carry. But you gotta know how to play him. Well, I mean that's kind of the thing with all these characters, right? But He's the most interesting out of the bunch. He's very different. He's probably the least AD carry, but he's still strong. So there's that. We're moving on to number 2 now. I will put you there. Kogmaw. So Kogmaw, I argue putting him 1, but his win rate's weaker than some of the people on this list, so I'll put him at number 2. So Kog'maw, he's passive as garbage. You die. I mean, you could get a kill out of it. That's about. I mean, but you died for it, so it's not that exciting. You just become a suicide bomb. Next you got Caustic Spill. Nothing too exciting. You get rid of their armor and magic resist. That's sweet. Next up, your W. This is what's so good. You get attacks, speed, you get range. It's just sick when you get your items. This is what makes him broken. You just set that up. You get your items. You just do loads of damage in team fights. Voidoo's is a good deterrent if they're chasing you. It's also kind of sometimes can be engaged because it just slows them so much. But yeah, and then Living Artillery is okay. It's just an okay, like it's good poke. It kind of uses a lot of mana though, so you have to be careful of that. But yeah, overall, Kog'Maw's it's basically all on his W. He's just does so much damage right now. He's eating bans and stuff. He's just a really good character. Just because of his damage on W. It just gives him so much attack speed and synergizes well with items. You go Hurricane and Gwynsu's Rage Blade, and you're pretty much good to go. The only problem is, of course, he doesn't have escape, much like a lot of these AD carries that I've gone over, and and his laning phase is pretty weak. But other than that, he's all right. So, moving on, finally to number 1, we have a Sivir. Sivir is a really good AD carry. She was buffed recently, that's why she's able to be up here on this list. On the Hunt is what makes her so good, but I'll go through all of our abilities. Fleet of Foot, nothing too exciting. You can kite a little better with the movement speed. Ring Blade does a fair amount of damage. Ricochet can push, can wave clear. She's probably the best wave clearing AD carry. Well, one of the best anyway. She kind of has like everything in her kit. Spell Shield's pretty good ability. It's actually a really good ability. If they're hitting you, you can Spell Shield it, get some mana back. You can continue harassing or pushing the lane. On the Hunt though is what makes her so good. It's an engage, it's a disengage, it's pretty much everything. If you want to go in, you're on the Hunt. If you want to leave, you can on the Hunt, but your team probably won't listen. But you just spam back pings as well. But yeah, on the Hunt, it's a crazy ability. it's just so good. It's yeah, if you want to fight, you use On the Hunt, and your team knows it's time to fight. So it's a really good ability. Uh, Gives you attack speed, gives you movement speed, really good. Uh, yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content, and see you next time.